Hello, dear students. I welcome you all on behalf of Sri Jaindra Rank Zone classes. Dear students, we are going to start today a new chapter of class 12, that is microbes in human welfare. And in this microbes in human welfare, we are going to discuss that how the different microbes are useful to us, are beneficial to us, and in which different ways they are helpful, that we are going to discuss. Okay, so first, if we talk about the introductory part, dear students, there are different microbes, and we know that besides macroscopic plants and animals, microbes are a major component of biological system on this earth. Okay, so microbes are considered as the major component of the biological system on this earth, apart or besides from the microscopic plants and animals. Now, if we talk, these microbes are of different shapes, we can be there, and we know that microbes are present everywhere. You can find this presence of microbes in soil, water, air, inside of our body. You also can find them, and that you can find this and particular microbes on the other animals as well as plants. Okay, so everywhere we can say the presence is there. So we can say the microbes are cosmopolitan in nature. So in this all like soil, water, body, okay, in organisms, plants, animals, on this also they are found. And they are present even at site where no life form could possibly exist. The site where no life possibly exists, there also you will see the presence of this microbe. They are found in the deep inside the geysers, that is the thermal wells, which has a temperature high as 140 degrees Celsius. They are found deep inside these geysers. They can also be found deep in the soil. They can be also seen under the layers of snow and also in highly acidic environments. So they can be seen in this harsh condition as well, where other organisms are not possible to exist. So these are the geysers. Okay, then thermal vents are there also. Then deep in the soil they can be found layers of snow. There are several meter thick layers of snow. There also microbes can be found. In highly acidic environment also you will see the presence of this microbe. Okay, so this is the condition where you will see the presence of this microbes. Now it is known that if we talk about the microbes, which are these microbes? Okay, what are the microbes? So microbes can be a protozoan, can be a bacteria, can be a fungi, can be microscopic viruses, viroids, and prions. Okay, all this can be infectious. You know about the particular protozoans, which are the protists, then bacteria, monerans, fungi, eukaryote, microscopic viroids. Viroids are the viruses which lack a protein coat. We have studied in biological classification. And the prions are the proteinaceous infectious agent. Okay, these are the proteinaceous infectious agent, means protein when cause an infection, then it is known as prions. These all are included in microbe. Okay, now these are the protozoans, bacteria, viruses, mushroom, fungi. These all are under microbes. Microbes like bacteria and many fungi can be grown on a nutrient medium to form a colonies that can be seen with the naked eyes. Means we can take a petri dish or a conical flask, and that we can allow, by taking a nutrient medium, we can allow this bacteria and fungi to grow in aseptic or sterile conditions. And such cultures are useful to study the microorganism. So this is the petri dish in which a fungus is growing. This is how the fungus can grow. Okay, this is how the fungus or bacteria can grow. So several microbes are useful to man in diverse ways. In a diverse ways, these several microbes are useful to us. Okay, sometimes microbes can be harmful to us. Majority times it is harmful, but sometimes these several microbes are useful to us. So how they can be used? They can be used. So they are particularly causal agent of several micro infection diseases also. And apart from that, they are also useful to human in many important processes, like at home they can be useful, in industries they can be useful, in agriculture and in sewage treatment also they can be useful. So all these uses of microbes in home, industry, agriculture and sewage treatment we are going to discuss one by one. And in this first we are going to start a discussion on the microbes or useful use of microbes in the household products. We know that in household products we use curd, cheese, okay, bread, dosa, idli, toddy, all this particularly, we can buttermilk, all these are our household products. And it is interesting to know that there are several microbes are responsible for the making of them, and they are useful in that. So if we talk microbes in household products, we use the microbes or products derived from microbes every day. So we use the microbes or products derived from microbes every day. So these are some of the microbes. And a common example is the production of curd from the milk. So first example which we are going to discuss here, that is the making of curd from the milk. And here also the microbes are useful. So this is the particularly milk. Now, for the conversion of milk into the curd, the specific type of microorganism or microorganism are used, which are lactobacillus, and they are commonly called as lactic acid bacteria. See, this is the lactobacillus bacteria, and this lactobacillus bacteria, which is actually known as the species of this lactobacillus is Lactobacillus acidophilus. That Lactobacillus acidophilus act as a lactic acid bacteria, and they convert or grow in milk and convert it into the curd. Okay, so which bacteria is used? Lactobacillus acidophilus. So microorganisms such as lactobacillus and other commonly called lactic acid bacteria grow in milk and convert it into the curd. Curd. Okay. So here, which lactic acid bacteria is used? Then you should remember that is lactobacillus acidophilus. Okay, that these bacteria are used. Now, during growth of this bacteria on the milk, the lactic acid bacteria will produce a acid. During the growth of them, they will produce a acid, and this acid coagulate and partially digest the milk proteins which are present in the milk. So when a small amount of curd is taken and it is added into the particularly fresh milk, and the small amount of curd will be inoculated. Here inoculation or starter inoculum is taken. So if we take a small amount of curd, it is act as a starter inoculum, and it contains a millions of lactic acid bacteria. Now when at a suitable temperature, this small amount of curd is put inside the fresh milk, or we provide a starter inoculum of small amount of curd in the fresh milk at a suitable temperature, it will form curd or yogurt. Okay, so here the bacteria will multiply and convert this milk into the curd or yogurt. Now it improves the nutritional quality by increase of vitamin B12. We remember that curd is more nutritious than the milk, and it contains a number of vitamins, especially vitamin B12. Okay, so we remember this is the one of the important thing. So here curd is more nutritious than milk due to vitamin B12. Now we remember in our stomach, if we talk, in your stomach, lactic acid bacteria play a very, very beneficial role in checking or inhibiting disease causing microbe. Okay, So such a way they are particularly, we can say, a curd is made. Okay. Now curd is made by the lactobacillus acidophilus. Now here milk is converted into the yogurt as well by the same methodology. And in our stomach also lactic acid bacteria very beneficial role in checking the disease causing microbes. So in yogurt making some microbes are used. So for yogurt making, that making lactobacillus bulgaricus, lactobacillus bulgaricus and streptococcus thermophilus, these two particularly bacteria we can say used in the yogurt making. How yogurt is different from the curd? Yogurt is nothing but a flavored curd. Then it is a particularly a one. Now we remember if there is a milk, it has a lactose and pH is neutral and casein is soluble. But in lactic acid presence, the pH is acidic and the casein is not soluble. Now the question is, what is probiotic? Might be you have heard this term in the market. So if we are making a curd initially and yogurt, so what is probiotics that we need to understood? And in bit of one of the best company of milk production in India is that is Amul that develops so many probiotic products. So what are the probiotics? Probiotics are the nothing but friendly bacteria, beneficial bacteria used for the therapeutic purposes and for the betterment of the human health. So if these bacteria are used, these bacteria will be termed as probiotics. Okay. Now the dough which is used for making a food such as dosa and idli is also fermented by bacteria. Be remember. So in dosa and idli also this is also fermented by bacteria. Okay, and the puffed up appearance of dough is due to the production of CO2. Okay, okay. So if for the dosa and idli, if we take this is the fermented product, then it is known that. So if we talk about this dosa and idli, then dear students, be remember this dosa and idli you eat in this your south area, it is too much famous. So these are the fermented preparation of rice and black gram prepared by using bacteria. Okay, such a way dosa and idli are produced by the use of this bacteria. And here for the dosa and usually idli, microbes used are leuconostoc and streptococcus species of bacteria. So leuconostoc and streptococcus species of bacteria are there, which are the used for the dosa and idli. Now, apart from this, in bread making also these microbes are used. And in bread making, when we talk about the dough, which is used for the bread making, is also fermented by using the bakery yeast that is known as Saccharomyces cerevisiae. Okay. So if we talk about this bread making, the Saccharomyces cerevisiae is used. So the question is how the Saccharomyces cerevisiae is used. So bread is prepared from the dough and which is fermented using the bakery yeast. And we have also studied that the puffed up appearance, a swollen appearance of the dough is due to the production of our CO2 during the fermentation. So it is known that, so let's discuss how this bread is made by the use of Saccharomyces cerevisiae. Now this, be remember, this baker yeast is available in market in the form of powder or a cake, or we can say powder, or in the form of a small sachets. Okay, so it is known that first what we did, small quantity of baker's yeast is added to wheat flour. Okay, after adding this baker yeast to the wheat flour, this is kneaded, and after kneading, this kneaded flour kept at a warm temperature for few hours. Now what we do in kneading we mix water with the wheat flour and mix it. Okay, so and it is kept for, after proper kneading, it is kept at warm temperature for few hours. After keeping it for the few hours, it swell up. This flour, kneaded flour, it swell up, and this swelling is known as leavening. This swelling is known as leavening. Okay, and it is known that this leavening or swelling is caused by secretion of three types of enzymes. Secretion of three types of enzymes by yeast, and they are amylase, which will break the carbohydrate, maltase, which will break the particularly maltose, and the zymase. These three enzymes are used. Now here, if we talk, the amylase carry out breakdown of starch into maltose. Okay, then maltase convert maltose into glucose, and then the glucose here, zymase, so this zymase, if we talk here, it is a carry out anaerobic respiration because it is a group of enzyme, and by anaerobic respiration it brings about fermentation, and when fermentation occur, it form or it produce ethyl alcohol and CO2. Okay, so this ethyl alcohol and CO2 are produced. So the two cause swelling or leavening of the dough, and the leavened dough is baked. Both carbon dioxide, when the leavened dough is baked, the carbon dioxide and ethyl alcohol evaporate, making the bread porous and soft. So a number of here the bread is made soft and porous due to these things, a leaving of this ethyl alcohol and CO2. Just Let's write it. So these two evaporate and make bread porous and soft. Okay. Now after this, next we are going to talk about the traditional drink. And here a number of traditional drink and food are also made by the fermentation by the microbe. Okay, so these are the some of the particular examples. And in this, the toddy is one of the important traditional drink of some southern parts of India. And it is made by fermenting a sap from the palm. If we talk about this palm tree, okay, so it is fermenting sap that is obtained from the palm tree. Now, this palm tree, a scientific name of it is the Caryota urens. Okay, and it is known that when toddy is left for, if we talk about toddy, which is obtained from the what fermenting sap. Sap means what, a particular xylem sap of the palm tree. Okay, that is toddy. So if toddy left for few hours undergo fermentation due to presence of naturally occurring yeast. Okay, so such a way this toddy is produced. Okay, now microbes are also used to ferment a fish, soybean and bamboo shoot to make a food. So if we take here example, then dear students, in other feeds, this ferment fish, soybean and bamboo shoot are used to make a food. And if we take example, if we take a soybean plus wheat, the fermentation happen, and through fermentation, soya sauce is produced. This soya sauce is brown flavored and salty sauce that is produced. And from this soya sauce, the food obtained are named as tempeh in Indonesia, then tofu in Japan, and sufu in China. Okay, so from this, these three food products, tempeh, tofu, and sufu are obtained from the soya sauce, which is obtained from the soybean and wheat. Okay, now then we are going to the next component or next one of the household product which we use so many times in our day-to-day life, and that is the cheese. And it is considered as it is one of the oldest food item in which microbes are used. Okay, so here this is the cheese. Okay, so different variety of cheese are known by their characteristic texture, flavor, and taste. Okay, and if we talk about this cheese, for example, there is a one type of cheese which is known as Swiss cheese. And in Swiss cheese, you will see the presence of large holes, and these large holes are produced uh, are due to the production of large amount of CO2. And this Swiss cheese is produced by a bacteria that is Propionibacterium shermani. So be remember, Swiss cheese is produced by which bacteria? Propionibacterium shermani. Okay, this is the bacteria. So they can ask you question, which of the following is the bacterial cheese or produced by the bacteria? And this is the example of the Swiss cheese. Okay, now the Roquefort cheese is another type of cheese, is ripened by growing a specific fungus on it, and it gives a particular flavor, and this is the Roquefort cheese. Now this Roquefort cheese, if we talk, it is ripened by Penicillium roqueforti. It is by the Penicillium roqueforti. Okay. Apart from this, the another cheese is the Camembert cheese. And it is known that Camembert cheese is ripened by Penicillium camemberti. Okay, so this is the thing. Now we remember, so this is all what a cheese. So if how the cheese is produced, so in cheese there is a contain a concentrate of milk fat and casein. So if we want to define a cheese, cheese is partially degraded concentrate of milk fat and casein, that is milk protein. And this partially degraded thing is nothing but a cheese. Okay, so this is the cheese and what different types of cheese are used and which bacteria and fungus are used. That you know, penicillium is the fungus. Okay, so this is all about the what we can say the particularly different type of cheese. Now, apart from this, all other products, the buttermilk is also there. And we remember in buttermilk production, the bacteria used are the Streptococcus cremoris, then Streptococcus lactis, and Lactobacillus acidophilus. Okay, so like this bacteria are used in the particular production of the buttermilk. Apart from this, in sour cream, the penicillium, here sour cream production, if at all, the Streptococcus lactis and Leuconostoc cremoris are used. Okay, so these are the all the things. Now we remember in cheese, for classification we missed. So we remember cheese are of three types, and in three types, the first type is soft cheese. Then soft cheese will have 50 to 80% water. The another type of cheese is semi-hard, and the semi-hard cheese has 45% water. And another is the hard cheese, and this hard cheese has less than 40% water. Okay, so such particular things are seen in case of the cheese. Okay, so that is all about the products which are used in the household uses. So let's discuss some of the few questions. Which microbe are involved in production of curd from the milk? So we know that they are the nothing but lactobacillus acidophilus bacteria. So fourth will be the correct answer. Puffed up appearance of the dough due to the production of the, obviously that is production of the due to the CO2, that is a swelling. Which dough used for making a bread is fermented using? So the dough used for making a bread is fermented by using the baker yeast or a brewer yeast, that is the Saccharomyces cerevisiae. Okay, so that is about the all the microbes which are used in the household products. I hope you understood well. Thank you.